12 months ago, Manchester United lost 3-0 to Bournemouth at Old Trafford, and 12 months later, they lose 3-0 again to Bournemouth at Old Trafford. Now, 5 of the players that started last year had some involvement in today's game, but it's a completely different manager in the dugout. So this is the 6th game in a row that Manchester United have conceded the opening goal. Yes, 6 games in a row. We got a lot to talk about, so here's 5 things we learned in about 5 minutes. Let's go. Number 1, now I really feel like I sound like a broken record at this point, but Manchester United have conceded again from a set piece, and Manchester United have conceded again from a cutback. Defensive errors, mishaps, whatever you want to call it. Manchester United need to find a solution for this. I mean, what's the point of having a set piece coach if Manchester United still concede from set pieces? Joshua Ziyech completely outjumped for the first goal that Manchester United conceded. He has to do better there, but it's no secret that he's not a player similar to Rasmus Højlund that really succeeds in aerial duels, whether it's on the other side of the pitch or whether it's on the defensive side. Now, again, I sound like a broken record, but I say this after every game. My frustrations with Manchester United conceding from corners or from set pieces is the fact that when it's on the other side, Manchester United do not capitalize on it. Now, Ruben Amorim, for me, needs to make a decision when it comes to Manchester United's set piece takers. Bruno Fernandes should not be taking Manchester United's corners with his right foot, because 99.9% of the time, Bruno Fernandes is not beating the first man. Manchester United had over 10 corners today in comparison to Bournemouth, who I think only had 1. Nothing came about from it. Nothing really was a threat from it. Manchester United need to do better from set pieces that they get, as well as defending better on the other side. And number 2, just on the topic quickly of Bruno Fernandes, I don't think he will work as an inside forward or as one of the 2-10s, if you want to say, with Malacia playing as a left wing back. Now today, the biggest problem that I saw in the first half, obviously Malacia came off at half time, the biggest thing that I saw was Bruno Fernandes required to hold the width because no wing back was supporting, i.e. Tyrell Malacia. Now, Bruno Fernandes does not have the legs to play out wide. He's more of a central player, but today he really clearly struggled with playing with Malacia. When Diogo Dalot came out wide, Bruno Fernandes ended up going deeper, and that actually takes me to my 3rd point about Kobbie Mainoo and Bruno Fernandes. As a midfield duo, they will not work. It's as simple as that. Now, I understand Manuel Ugarte had a yellow card, but for me, the entire dynamic of the game, especially in the midfield, completely changed once Manuel Ugarte went off. Bruno Fernandes does not have the defensive capabilities to play deeper alongside Kobbie Mainoo. If Bruno's going to play deeper, it has to be next to Manuel Ugarte, because Manuel Ugarte deals with the defensive work. Kobbie Mainoo, for me, is not a player who can play in the deeper role similar to Manuel Ugarte, because he's not able to do the defensive work. Kobbie Mainoo in this system, I think Ruben Amorim is still trying to figure out maybe where he fits the Englishman. Now, number 4. Marcus Rashford was left out of the matchday squad again. He was present at Old Trafford to watch the game, but he was not included in the matchday squad. I really wonder if we've seen the last of Marcus Rashford in a Manchester United shirt, and if we have, then it's really sad because it was not meant to end like this. But I couldn't help but think, and maybe this is my frustrations towards Marcus Rashford, my frustrations arose today because Manchester United's front line did absolutely nothing. There were so many opportunities in front of goal. Bruno Fernandes, Garnacho, so many moments that they had that I wondered, what if that was Marcus Rashford with that chance? There's no one in this situation to be more mad at than Marcus Rashford, because he should be playing, but because of situations right now at the club, he is not. Ruben Amorim justified why he did not include in the matchday squad, and I think it was a very responsible justification. He is very right in the fact that players have to earn their spot. Last but not least, watching Joshua Zirkzee is very interesting because I still feel like Manchester United are in dire need of a number 9. I said it in the last match view, I said it in the one before that. Manchester United are in dire need of one. But when I watch Joshua Zirkzee, I really do feel like Man United are not playing to any of his strengths. Now, today he had Bruno and Ahmad playing behind him. And on Amad Diallo, quickly, I said this in the last match view, Manchester United cannot rely on Amad Diallo consistently, because in games where he cannot dig Manchester United out of the dirt, people will start to turn on him. Today, he didn't have the greatest of performances, but I also think that's down to Kerkez's ability to shut him out of the game. And you see a performance like Kerkez, and you look at the wing-backs that Manchester United have, and it's night and day. But just back to Joshua Zirkzee, I do think he's a luxury player. I think he's the cherry on the cake when you have your entire team assembled. But Manchester United do not have their entire team assembled, and as a result, they are not getting the best out of Joshua Zirkzee. Bruno and Ahmad behind him today. Bruno is not a player that's running in behind. Ahmad is not running in behind. He's drifting centrally. As a result, Joshua Zirkzee was struggling against two centre-backs for Bournemouth, and they just had an easy job to do. Now, there's never a game that I've really watched where Joshua Zirkzee starts. The opponent's centre-backs have a lot on their hands. On the other side, you look at what Evan Nilsson was doing, and just for the third goal that they actually scored, which was the cutback, Evan Nilsson gets a little flick away, a silky flick away from Harry Maguire, drifts out wide and just patiently waits for the overlap. Nobody shuts him out. Nobody goes to him. Nobody presses him. Bruno, Ahmad, they all sit off him and let him wait for the overlap to come, and he waits for the overlap, gets the overlap. The overlapping player puts a ball into the box. Manchester United concede another cutback. That is the difference for me with Joshua Zirkzee and other number 9s. Other number 9s who maybe are not scoring are impacting the game in different ways. I watched Joshua Zirkzee today struggle to win aerial duels. He struggled to win duels even with his foot. He struggled just in general with the all-roundedness of playing as a number 9, and it wasn't any better when Rasmus Højlund came on, which is why I am definitely of the belief that Manchester United need a left wing back, of course, but they definitely need a number 9. Now, of course, coming to the summer, Manchester United will be able to go into the window and buy a heap load of players if necessary and if PSR allows. But for me, it's very evident what the priority should be. They need a 10, they need a 9, they need a left wing back, they need a central midfielder, because this state that this team is in is a very dire state. Now, let me know your thoughts about this game. Is there anything that you learnt today that we probably didn't know already? Because everything I've just listed today, I'm pretty sure I've listed it at some point during the season. But let me know your thoughts down below. Be sure to hit the like button, and please do subscribe if you are new here.